Hi friend, today I would like to share with you about topic of adaptation. What is adaptation? Explain. Adaptation is an evolutionary process where an organism becomes better suited to its habitat. This process takes place over many generations. It is one of the basic phenomena of biology. Adaptation occurs because the better adapted animals are the most likely to survive and to produce successfully. What is adaptation? Short answer. Special characteristics that animal, plant and animal to be successful in a particular environment are called adaptation. In the thought ability to plan in with its surrounding. It is a common example of an adaptation. Adaptation affords the organism a better chance to survive its surrounding. What is adaptation? Give an example. Structural adaptation are physical features and organism, like the bill on a bird or fur on a bear. Other adaptation are behavioral. Behavioral adaptation are the things organization do to survive. For example, bird call and mitigate migration are behavioral adaptation. What are adaptation of animal? An adaptation is special skill which help an animal to survive and do everything it needs to do. Adaptation could be physical change to the animal body or behavioral change in how an individual animal or society do things in their daily life. What caused adaptation? Adaptation are result evolution. Evolution is a change in a species over a long period of time. Adaptation usually occurs because it mutates a change by accident. Some mutation can help an animal or plant survive better than others in the present phase or without the mutation. What is the best definition of adaptation? On any alteration in the structure or function of an organism or any impact that results from natural selection and by which the organism become better fitted to survive and multiply in its environment. What is called adaptation? The special characteristics that animal, plant and animal to be successful in particular environment are called adaptation. There is a thought ability to blend in with surrounding is a common example of an adaptation. Adaptation affords organism better chance to survive in its surrounding. What are the characteristics of adaptation? All adaptation help organisms survive in their ecological niches. The adaptive trait may be structural, behavioral, or physiological. Structural adaptation are physical features of an organism, such as shape, body covering, movement, and internal organization. Why adaptation is important? Adaptation is the most essential factor in which an organism has to adapt the habitat in which it lives. Adaptation is the most essential factor of living being. If an organism fails to adapt particular environment, the immune system fails to work, in which the organism becomes ill and even die due to failure. What is the process of adaptation? Adaptation is evolutionary process where an organism becomes better suited to its habitat. The process takes place over many generations. It is one of the basic phenomena of biology. When people speak about adaptation, they often mean a feature which helps an animal or plant survive. Why adaptation is important for human? Human biological adaptability. Overview, this ability to rapidly adapt to varied environmental conditions has made it possible for us to survive in most regions of the world. But other animal and plant species are restricted to one or relatively few environments by their more limited adaptability. What is the purpose of sensory adaptation? Sensory adaptation refers to reduction of sensitivity to a stimulus after contact exposure choices. While sensory adaptation reduces our awareness of contact stimulus, It helps free up attention and resources to attend other stimuli in the environment and around us. What adaptation do humans have? Adaptation in humans can be physiological, genetic, or cultural, which allow people to live in a wide variety of climates. There have been a great deal of research done on developmental adjustment, acclimatization, and cultural practices, but less research on genetic adaptation to cold and heat temperature. Remember, subscribe to see the next video. Thank you.